of communication. When we talk about communication, we have different, thank God that many people have given the interpretation and the meaning of communication, a means of sharing our views to other people so that they can flow with us. We talk about communication also as a means of talking to someone and the other. But there are three things that is connected to communication. When we look at that Songs of Solomon chapter 2, verse 14 and 15, I remember there is a voice that the speaker said there. And what does he say? He made a statement. This is what he said. "Oh, my dove, thou art in the cliff of the rock. Let me hear your voice and let me see your countenance." This is a word that was spoken by somebody who actually decided to let us understand what communication is all about. That communication has three major factors. Number one is speaking. Number two is understanding. Do I continue?
Yeah, continue, please. We're with you.
Okay, I say that number one is speaking, number two is listening, and number three is understanding. That shows that somebody can be speaking, and if the other person is not listening, he cannot understand. There can be a moment you are communicating, you are telling somebody something. What is important is the understanding. So when we look at communication in relationship, how it can affect relationship positively, I want to say we must strive to look at the aspect of how do we communicate for people to understand. How will the person I'm talking to really understand what I'm saying? We have said in all the program before now that one thing is important, that interpretation, the meaning or the answer to the question why is the core of what everybody wants. You might tell somebody to do something, but if it doesn't understand, it doesn't make sense. So today we are going to look at the aspect of how do we speak that others could understand in relationship, even in marital relationship. A husband and a wife can never share together and flow together except each one communicates and they understand and they are able to listen to one another. You can talk like as I'm talking now. If somebody is not listening, he may not understand. He may even listen, he may not understand because of the language I use. So as we go on, we want to look at the situation. What can we do? We know in relationship, there is that aspect of differences in opinion. That must be taken note of. As I'm communicating to this person, have I brought him to the level which he can really understand what I'm saying? Because even the Bible tells us that if any sound is made and nobody understands the sound, it becomes just a noise. So I say that if communication is to have meaning and to affect relationship positively, we must be clear and plain. The Bible says, write in it and show it very well so that he that read it can understand. So whenever we are communicating to somebody, to a friend, to a wife, to a fellow youth, in order they should do, we should come to the point of their understanding. And that will talk about the mind. We know as far as psychology is concerned, the mind, the brain, or the mind, let's talk about the mind. It grabs the thing, transfer to the heart, and the heart now bring a full exposure of what is on. So number one, if we must speak for others to understand, let's be sure that number one, we are sure of what we are saying. We are sure of what we are doing. We want to communicate, we should let the person know this is what I am saying. And if the person don't understand, we should seek for understanding. Because for people to understand in communication, there should be a question for a feedback or what we can call response. Do we respond well? Like even in conflict, some conflict is always responded to, and some are what we want to resolve. So there should be a proper understanding. The language I use, do this person understand? Does he really know what I'm saying? Apart from that, Am I talking the thing that affects his life? What do we say about, you can talk to somebody because that thing doesn't affect him, it doesn't affect her, he may not even mind. So we should come into the aspect of knowing what we are communicating, speaking clearly, writing it clear, making the people understand what we are saying. And then if we are listening, the person is listening, we need to ask questions. Do you hear? Do you understand? Like as we are talking in this program, thank God for interactive session that people will ask questions to know. Let's know that if we are to communicate, there will be an aspect of that person listening to me, understanding what I say. So language comes in here. What language do I use that this person will know? My relationship, the clarity of what I'm saying comes in here. You can speak, but the people are not clear over what you are saying. You can even speak your language. If I now sit down and speak Alaba language, some of us will not hear. When you hear what is going on, but you cannot understand. So let's look at whenever we are communicating, what aspects of the language are we using? How are the people knowing? The choice of word, the choice of action is important. The other one is the level of the person we are talking to. If we have to communicate, like that person is telling us, he said, let me hear your voice because your voice is sweet to my hearing. When the voice is heard and the person understands, he will actually grab the word very well. So as we go on, let's look at those definite things we ought to say. Simple thing that matter. Relating freely and letting the person a feedback. Let him also say what is being said so that it can really help. And in communication, we need to understand also that there are some people, look at some people that communicate too high over there and they feel that they are too low here. How do we bridge the gap and bring the people the way it should be? When I look at God himself, God transcendent, high and lifted up, and nobody could actually understand nor be able to talk to him. But he sent Jesus as a mediator to come and mediate. And Jesus now expressed, as the express image of the Father, can make things very clear. So when we are communicating, we need to use a language that can come to the level of the people that we hear, that will hear us. A song singer said, came down to our level when we could not go back to him. So the choice of what, the understanding of what we are saying, and the level we stand to communicate, and the purpose of our communication is very, very important. As we do this, we'll see that the people, somebody want to hear us, somebody want to know. In communication, there should not be assumption. I think he know. Somebody may not know. We can see somebody very big and high there, but he may not know all things because we learn daily. Thank God for YY-C-I program, because we talk about learning, we talk about transformation and the rest. We all come here to learn. Nobody has the monopoly of knowledge. So let's understand, to the person we are talking to understand what we are saying. And especially as we are learning from the youth and talking to the youth, we need to understand what affects them in the now. The environmental situation can influence. Somebody can listen to what you are saying, but because of the environment, he may not even understand what you are saying at all. So let's come down to the level. Let's tell them what they need to tell. And let's understand what is the need of the hour. What is the thing that is attracting their understanding, and how can we bring it up? So I'm believing that as we go into communication, after knowing that crisis may come because somebody want to respond or want to react, then if you want to respond, is it positively? If you may not want to respond, how do we handle it? When we know this level and we allow our word to go, it will actually make the best. So in communicating, let us be sure that we bring the message to the point, like we in salvation, except the message of the salvation is brought to the minimum position that everybody can understand. We may not know it. So let all of us who are higher be sure that we communicate well to our people, let them understand, use a language they can understand well, come down to their level and seek always a response from them, whether they are here.
Yes.
Let's
Thank you very much.
transform these people to God's glory. I'm thinking that when we do this, it will help us and the work will go on very well. Thank you for this moment.
Thank you very much, sir. Our Papa, our patron, our ambassador. Oh, I really appreciate you for your wonderful speech. You have said it all. Whenever you are communicating, you need to bring it down to the layman understanding, which is a very good fact and a very good point there. You have, in fact, you have learned a lot from you this evening, and I'm so happy to be among Yes You Can International. I'm also happy to see you as a mentor, someone that can put me through in the line of truth and success. I believe, yes, success. So I'm happy to know you, sir. The last time I met you in Abuja, I was impressed. That was the first time I met you, and I was happy. And today I come again. I see you with Yes You Can International. It's a great privilege, sir. I honor that fact. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. My prayer for you this evening is that God will keep you. You shall live long to eat the fruit of your labor. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. We are blessed by your motivation, your word of inspiration this evening. I must confess we are blessed, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
I also want to add to it, sir. We thank you for your time. I know you are very, very busy. You'll be running and preparing for messages for tomorrow, and you're still here with us. I mean, I don't take all your time, your wisdom for knowledge for granted, and we really appreciate you, sir, for honoring even your own son, Ambassador Joseph's invitation. I really, really appreciate that, sir. It shows us that you are a great leader and humble leader that is ready to bring us together, motivate us, and inspiring in us. And I want to say thank you. We really appreciate you from the depth of my heart, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen Mother. Thank you for your wonderful speech. I really appreciate you so much for creating this enabling environment for us to learn, to be a partaker of this great blessing and wisdom from above. I never take it for granted. I say thank you very much, ma. So I think I would like to call on the next speaker, Ambassador Mrs. Comfort Freddy. Is she there on the line? Okay, Ambassador Rita, you're welcome. I'm just seeing you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I think yes. Let's take little of your time since you didn't join us on time. We just called Ambassador Mrs. Comfort Freddy. If she's on the line, then she will bring us a little. Then after own speech, then I can call you so that you can complete your word of inspiration. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for seeing your face.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. So, Ambassador Mrs. Freddie Comforts, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, good evening.
Thank you.
You are looking good this evening.
Thank you so much.
I like the look of your face. You are looking like a superstar indeed. You are a superstar mama.
Thank you.
All right. Let me introduce her. Ambassador Mrs. Freddie Comfort. She's the mother of 4 lovely children, sons. So she's a public servant. She's a civil servant, if I may say. Then she's an entrepreneur. She's a skill-derived person that can impart skill into the life of young ones. So she has been a businesswoman. You know, she's just everywhere. So when I get to know her, she has been a motivational to me. She has been a role model. You know, it's somebody that I respect from the facts. So I welcome her to join us with Yes You Can International as one of our speakers today that will throw some light on communication in relationship. We all know that we need relationship. all of us need relationship. And how do you communicate effective relationship to effective communication to your relationship? How do you communicate? You know, the way you communicate matters a lot. That is why we are deliberating on this topic, so that we'll let the people know what communication is all about. So, Mommy Ambassador Freddy Comfort, you're welcome to the floor.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. Yes, you can international. I'm grateful to my mother, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. I'm so delighted to be part of you. It's been a long time I desire to be on this live seminar, and finally I'm here. Thank you so much for the privilege. I'm grateful. Thank you, sir, Reverend Professor Nekiok, and Mrs. Lori, Princess Catherine. I love you all. I'm so proud to be a part of this. Thank you so much. Yes, communication is a crucial element in building and sustaining a successful relationship. Communication that is based on the positive facts helps to foster understanding, strengthen bonds, most especially in homes. Homes where you have a spouse that is somehow not willing to listen, not willing to communicate, not willing to even do so many things. The way we, the ladies, carry out our communication matters too in a positive way. It promotes and also help us to build trust and empathy. Through effective communication, individuals can express their thoughts. For instance, I've been married for 13 years. Communication have been the basic rock, the foundation of my relationship. It has not been easy at times, but by God's grace, I've been able to communicate effectively in my home. Being a mother and then having 5 boys to care for is a handful without communication. I have found out that individuals can express their thoughts through effective communication, and we can also build a better home through communication. Where there is no communication in homes, you discover that it's either the man is misleading or the children are being misled. So many things will just go wrong. Thank you so much for this topic of communication, because it is the basics that one can really stand upon and have a good family background and a relationship even at work. So if we can really take our time out to detail this communication, you will see that it has a lot of branches, both in our businesses, in our lifestyle, and the way we talk to people. It can enhance intimacy, it can connect, facilitating activities and listening validations. Communication helps to establish bonds within friends, families, children, and even the circle we find ourselves. So when you communicate effectively with somebody, you will discover that that person will grow positively and will also influence many lives. So lack of communication will deter so many things in our environment and in our society at large. Thank you so much for this. Yes, you can, because this forum or seminar has really broadened my scope on how to effectively communicate with my little children at home, even my husband and the people I work with. Thank you so much, because so many people around me, they find it difficult to communicate positively. They will always come with negative thoughts, telling me you cannot achieve this, you cannot achieve that. But when Joseph added me to this group, when I saw the name, yes, you can, I told my friends that, look, stop telling me that I cannot. I am in a group called Yes You Can
Yes, you can.
International. And with that group, I know I can change the world. So gradually, I started communicating to my colleagues. I started telling them positive things. And now they are ready to join. Thank you so much, Princess. My princess. Thank you so much, my queen. Thank you so much, Reverend. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for this platform. It has been a wonderful time ever since I've full. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I am blessed by your conversation. I am blessed by your teachings. Well, I never know you have all these. Now I know, and I am blessed. I'm just blessed to be part of you. I'm blessed so that the both of us connect and also find ourselves with yes, you can. I believe I can make it, and I also believe you can also make it. So why would I see somebody and try to put him or her in order and begin to discourage the person with positive ideology? I cannot do such thing. When I found this name, yes, you can, I always believe I can. So with the name alone, it fills me, it gladdens my heart. So that gladdening of heart, I need to carry on with my own capacity to say, oh, Queen Mother, yes, I can. I believe I can make it. And I also believe every one of us here, we can make it. We are blessed.
Yes.
That's why we are connected to each other. It's a chain, and we must carry out the good work and move forward. Yes, we can. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. Yes, you can, International. So, Mama, I want to give Mama, at least Mama should say a word to you. I don't know, or should I call on the next speaker? I don't know if Ambassador so Mama, let me just call on you.
Okay.
Ambassador Mariam is
Ambassador
not here.
Ilori Rita, are you
Okay.
are you back?
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Can
Okay.
you?
Okay. Let's wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, man. Let's wait for you. Then you continue. You enter the next stage now.
All right. Thank you very much for having me once again. While I was talking, the network was just fluctuating, so I had to change my position. I'm going to say a little because we have said so much, and I really appreciate all the speakers. Let me just talk a little about the non-verbal communication, because sometimes we are so much about the verbal communication. Now, the relationship between parents and children are very, very important. I remember while I was growing up, I had a misunderstanding with a guy in my compound. And then he was threatening me because he wanted a relationship, but I said no. So I wrote a letter to someone, and the letter got to him. So while the letter got to him, he was not threatening me with the letter that he was going to report me to my father, because they knew my father was a very good disciplinarian. So that got me scared. So something happened along the line. When he told me something while I was moving, the bucket I was holding dropped, and my father was coming behind me. I didn't say anything, but he knew something had happened. Then he called me inside. He asked me, what's going on? That was the point I opened up to him. And then he got to know that there was somebody threatening my life, and then gave the man the warning of his life. That freed me. Today, we find out that children are being bullied in school. Sometimes they tell their parents,
Your network is bad. Hello. The network is just frustrating your effort this evening. But we really appreciate you.
serious.
Okay.
We need them, especially children, because these days you hear a lot of shit. What's to again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you. We can hear you. It's just that the network is trying to frustrate your effort, but we can hear you now.
it's not possible. Okay, let me just, in conclusion,
Yeah.
a good communication in relationship will foster bonding, will help, will give you a sense of belonging. In marriage, it will help you know that I have a stake. When I speak, my spouse should listen to me. Otherwise, there will be no marriage when there's no good communication. Even in the working environment, when you as a team leader are able to communicate to your team members, you find out that there's productivity.
Of course.
The work goes very smoothly. But where
The move was really bad.
Okay, yeah, the network is bad right now. I really appreciate her. We appreciate her. At least she has impacted little to us, even when her network is frustrating. So, Queen Mother, are you there, ma?
Yes, before I speak, I would like to honor and acknowledge Princess Catherine. Do you want to share something with us quickly? I know that I like surprises sometimes. So, and please share something quickly with us. Sorry to break your protocol, Ambassador Joseph Odehson. It is my habit that anyone that has spent their time to join on any meeting, we need to appreciate them and also give them the honor of sharing, even if it is just 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So, Princess Catherine, can you please share your thoughts on communication in relationship? We can't hear you. Can you unmute? We can't hear you.
Unmute your speaker.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, fabulous. I would like to thank everyone here today and listen to your magnificent stories. And it is incredible what you are talking, and I like to listen in on everything what is being said and reflect on things. So my view about, relationships, it is extremely important that everyone should listen to each other and respect each other and understand each other in a relationship point of view. Also, to not judge people, not to be quick to judge people. So to listen to them and to seek advice with them as well. So if someone's having a misunderstanding that day, to sit down and have a conversation with them and be willing to talk to them about family matters or how their day has been or work, etc. It is very important that we take time to love and understand and respect one another in our community, not only within ourselves, but within the whole world. And understand that it is not only one's point of view, but it's both points of view that we must consider in this whole operation of this understanding, in this, to make this relationship work. If we do not have the understanding about what one needs in a relationship, how can one start with the relationship and continue to build bricks and barriers and break down those barriers in oneself and one's affairs? So that is my clue, and that is my thing, that is my little thing I will leave with you today, for you to understand and you to listen to one's partner or yourself and make sure that you just listen and understand them. Thank you very much again for your charming wisdom and being so hospitable. It's just glorious being here. Thank you so much. Queen Mother, thank you so much. You are absolutely glorious, as always. Love you desperately.
Thank you, my honorable Princess Catherine. Thank you so much. Okay.
You're very welcome.
I believe we still have somebody that's using IS. Is he part of the speaker of today?
No,
okay.
No, it's not.
Okay. Right. All protocol observed. This is Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Afalalu, the director of YYCI-YLEN International. I'm just blushing over here because I'm proud of Ambassador Joseph for this wonderful event that he has organized. And I really, really say thank you so much for following the instructions and doing your best. This is the first meeting, and it could get better, and we can get better. And that is very good. I want to say appreciation, especially bringing bold enough to bring my mentor, my papa, to your platform. Thank you. Thank you. And that is what we need to do as a leader. We need to build our confidence. We need to be bold. We need to have that zeal, bring out the leadership in us so that people can be influenced. Because sometimes when we are timid and we are afraid, to speak, and we are afraid to move forward, and we are afraid to break the barrier, and we are afraid to come out of our comfort zone, then we won't be able to meet the needs of others. Remember, I always say this, that we have the solution for somebody. We are the solution. We are the one somebody somewhere in the corner of this world waiting for to solve their problem. And that is why we are here as a leader. And when we are talking about leader, we also have to talk about relationship. I'm so blessed, I'm so honored, and I'm so grateful that since the beginning of this year, 2023, we've been talking about relationship, and we have been believing God that as messages, these speeches we've been listening to has transformed our lives and our relationship as a leader. Then we are now moving forward close to the year 2023, entering into 2024. We're still talking about relationship. And one of the key factors of relationship is communication. If you are going to have a very healthy relationship, you also need to build your communication skills, because how you relate is also how you communicate. And how you communicate is also how you are helping others. So the questions I want to throw to us in terms of relationship and with communication is, what is in your mind? Remember, the Bible says that as a man thinks, so is he. And whatever you have stored in your mindset is what you are thinking about. And what you are thinking about is what you yourself believe. And that's why you can say it to yourself, and you can also say it to other people. So what is in our mind is the first question. The second question, if we are dealing with communication, is it negative? Is it positive? If you are a negative person, people will run away from you because they've had enough. And we are surrounded with negativity, so much chaos. They've had enough. They switch on their TV. They've seen all the news all over the place. They've read the papers, newspapers. It's still the same. They've been in the midst of negativity. Things are happening fast and bad and dangerous. So really, they don't want another person to come and pollute their mind with negativity. But that is why we've come together to say, if you're going to build your relationship, you also need to be mindful of how you communicate with yourself first and how you communicate with others. It is also very important that the level of your communication skills will determine the level of your relationship. If you communicate well, effectively, then you will draw people to you. Then you can be a champion. You can be a pioneer, and you can be a leader. But if you are full of negativity, you are on your own, because nobody wants to listen. And they cannot gain anything from negativity. And that is why it is so important that we watch what we say to others and what we even say to ourselves. And above all, love is the greatest. Because if you really love the God of the universe with all of your heart, with all of your mind, then the nature of your voice, your communication must be different from this world. It has to be different. It has to be positive. Like the scripture says, it says, renewing your mind. You need to renew your mind for transformation. If your mind is so chaos and troubled and it's not peaceful, what do you want to share to the world? What do you want to share with your friends? What do you want to share with your family? What do you want to share with your neighborhood and even your co-workers? Remember, relationship is not just only husband and wives. It's been relationship with children, relationship with others, even in your business. You have relationship with your partners, your collaborators, even at work. You have relationship with your co-workers, your managers, and your juniors. Even when you are building a team, like my ambassador is building his team, he also is having a relationship. And communication is the key, because how you communicate with people matters. There's a word quote that says, the only thing that can, if you can make people feel welcomed, feel loved, is very important than the most every other things you have in this world. Even if you are the richest in this world, if your communication is bad, then what are you giving? So communication is very important. And like one of my mentors will say, Professor Reginat, Reginat, yes, he said, whenever you're saying something, say it with smile, because the attitude behind your communication matters. First of all, it shows that you mean what you are saying. Secondly, it heals the heart. It melts the heart. So your attitude behind your communication matters. It's also say, like Mother Teresa will say, love people with love. Love them also and give smile. So if they can say it, the mentor is saying it, Mother Teresa said it, other leaders said it, then we can continue with that aroma. Communication is very important. How you say it. But sometimes people say positive things without knowing they've said it. But when they drop, it's like a tablet. When you drop it, it heals or it destroys. It kills or it encourages. It inspires people or you put them down. So that's why we need to be mindful of our communication if we are building our relationship. Another thing is, as well, if you love yourself and you are saying positive to yourself regularly, it's automatic. You will say the same thing to others. But if you are putting yourself down, mind you, you will continue to put others down. Please watch many people, the way they attack others. When you go closer to them, that's exactly who they are. That's exactly what they're saying to themselves. So when people destroy others with their mouth, they've already destroyed their own lives. And they are just duplicating, looking for somebody to attack, looking for somebody to pull down, looking for somebody to abuse. And that is why we are building a strong relationship here in YYCI-YLEN International as a leader. Somebody said to me one time ago, you are doing transformational leadership conference and your theme is relationship. What has relationship got to do with leadership? I say it has a lot, because everything that is happening to us, everything that is happening all over the world is down to relationship. It's down to what was in their mindset. It's down to their attitude. It's down to their beliefs. If somebody believes that you can get something or get somebody else's property by violence, you believed it and you took action. That is it. We are not looking for somebody else. We are the one to change. We cannot change the world, but we can change ourselves for the beginning of the great things that will happen in our lives, in our relationship, and also in this world. Communication is the key. How do we communicate? How do we express ourselves? How do we build people? How do we inspire them? Do you wake up in the morning and the next thing you want to do on social media is to be breaking and destroying people's lives with your writing and with the words in your mouth? You can still change. There's something I wrote to somebody recently because I want the person to think deeply. And I said something like this: how can you let yourself down? The reason why I said that, because I see greatness in people. I respect them. I honor them. But now finding them, looking at them, destroying others, you want to remind them, how can you put yourself down? How can you be great leader and be talking negative about others? Then I ask this question again. How can you disappoint those people that are even following you? Because we are not alone. Is it that we are looking up to our mentors or others are looking up to us? So what example are we laying? What do we want people that are following us to learn from us? So if you are going through negativity and attacking people, you are also disappointing your followers because they don't know you to be like that. They know you to be a leader and they want to learn from you. Then I ask this question again. Where is your conscience when you are talking about yourself, about others, in front of them and behind them? What's your conscience? Where is your fear of God when you are talking? I believe these questions are very important. Then I say, where is your faith in God? Where is your humanity? Because we are all human. So if you are talking and tearing people down by what you are writing or your action or what you are saying to them, where is your humanity? Where is your leadership? If you are tearing people down, remember that all of us are leaders and we can grow our mindset of our leadership. Then I ask again, where is your empathy? Because you think you've arrived? Because you think you are the leaders of the whole world? Where's your empathy? Remember, you didn't start where you are now. You started a long time ago, crawling and growing and walking and growing. And now you reach a certain place, you think you've arrived? Where is your empathy? You need to show that so that people can feel that they are not alone. Then I ask a question, where is your uniqueness? If you're tearing people down, if you're speaking negatively about people and for people and to people, where is your uniqueness that you need to share to the world? Because God of the universe has already finished the work, created us in his own like image. Imagine you call yourself the like image of God and you are tearing others down, speaking negatively, abusing them, attacking them, criticizing them heavily, of them to see the greatness in them. So where is you in all this, in this society, in the midst of this? Where are you? And these are the questions I asked them. And I will ask the same questions here. As the word says, the word of God says, as the man thinks, so are we. If we want to build our communication skills, let it start from us. We have so many books and theories out there, but are you ready to shift your mindset from negativity to positive? Are you ready to change your thoughts from negativity to positive? Are you ready to change your tongue, your language, and change it to positive so that people can be attracted, people can be imparted into, people can learn from you. They can draw from your strength, from your joy, can draw from the ability that you have, and they can feel welcome. When you speak a word, does it tear them away, tear them apart, or they bring them up? When you speak the words, does it encourage someone or discourage them? When you speak the words, does it attract the environment, the situation that others are finding themselves? Does it heal them? Does it encourage them? Does it free them? So we need to be thinking. I'm sorry, my own way of talking is about mindset. So I like people to think about their actions, to think about what they say to others, to think about what they are doing to others, and to also think about what they are also saying to themselves. And that is why I will round up my message this evening to say, yes, you can. You can achieve it. You can overcome it. You can become. You can win. You can rise. No matter the situation you find yourself, you can also encourage others. You can lift them up. You can hold their hands and say, it is well. And you can also be the peacemaker, the peacekeeper, the ambassador of peace. And you can still shine your light through your words. Yes, you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Queen Mother. You are the best. You are the best. I must confess, you are the best.
Thank
I
you,
really,
Mom.
I really, I really appreciate you for your wonderful speech. I really appreciate you so much for impacting knowledge in our lives today. Indeed, you have impacted a lot. The challenges we are facing here in our own country, sometimes it will just be where there's light before you know it, they've taken off the light. Right here now is on a dark mood, but at least I really appreciate you this evening for your word of impactation. Indeed, we believe we can. Indeed, we believe you can. And indeed, we believe myself, I can. So I really appreciate you, Queen Mother. Professor Dr. Afolalu Lucas, indeed, you are a mentor. You are someone or others need to look up to. And by looking up to you, we believe you are bringing us light of motivation. You are bringing us light of success. You are illuminating and you are impacting what is in you into our generation, so that our generation will not be a waste. Thank you very much, Queen Mother. I really appreciate you this evening. Hello, are you there? Queen Mother?
Yes, I'm still here. I say thank you, sir. So,
okay, God bless you. God bless you. So as the moderator of today's program, Joseph Odehson, before we conclude on today's program, we started this program by 7 p.m. Nigeria time and 6 p.m. UK time. So we are still just some minutes, 16 minutes past 8 p.m. in Nigeria. So to round it up, this is our wonderful seminar that we have thrown today here in Abuja. We are from the city of Abuja, Nigeria. And as a coordinator of the youth, Yes You Can International here in FCT, this is our first program online. And I really appreciate each and every one of you that participate in this program today. I say God will continue to bless you. Before we round up, I have to throw a little light on what communication in relationship entails. I have some key points to throw, and some of those key points here, we said some of the ways to improve communication in your relationship. We all need relationship as human. You need relationship. You cannot stay on your own. If you are on your own, you will never be happy because you need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to learn from. You need somebody that you can share ideas with. So some of those ways to improve communication in relationship, I will start by saying number one, we need to break down communication barriers. We need to break down communication barriers. We have what we call by communication barriers, and those barriers are, let me just name them. You see, a situation whereby you dislike somebody. Let me use the word dislike. You just see somebody for the first time, you dislike the person, and you never know that you are not the one that created that person. Why do you dislike somebody for the first time? You just see somebody, no matter how the person looks, no matter the color, no matter how he speaks, no matter his look, no matter his appearance. Number one barrier in communication is dislike. Then secondly, you criticize. Thirdly, you blame. So all those factors are barriers. We don't need them, because once you dislike somebody, you cannot have access to communicate with that person. Once you begin, your own is to criticize. Anything somebody says, you criticize the person. I don't think you can make any point whenever you want to do something positive. So those barriers, we need to let them go off when it comes to communication in relationship. The number two aspect of it is you stay in the present. Always stay in the present. Always be at the present. Always discuss what is the present. Don't bring past ideas. Don't bring past something that happens in the past. You're bringing it in the present communication. It affects the communication, because your partner that you are communicating with, maybe if you brought or you bring something that is not in line with what the both of you are discussing, something that has been a past tense, maybe the mistake the person has made, you brought it in the line of present communication, it will affect that communication. So you don't need to bring the present when you are communicating in a present situation. So the number third aspect of it talks about you listen more than you speak. You pay attention to every word when you are communicating with somebody. You listen. Sorry, there's no light here, so my place is just dark, but I believe you people are hearing me, right? Hello?
Yes, we
Yes,
hear
I
you.
hear you.
Okay. Another point is you
We
listen. Yeah, another point in communication, in effective communication, is that you listen more than you speak. You pay attention to every word that is coming. If you are a student, you are in the classroom, and your teacher is teaching you, the best thing for you to get that effective communication is by listening. When you pay attention to every point of words that is coming out from the individual or the
What?
person communicating to you, you get more by listening than speaking much. So another point is you watch your non-verbal signs in communication. Because in communication we have verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So you watch your non-verbal signs. So if you're communicating with the partner, it's not everything you said by the mouth, by speaking it out. You just display a sign. From that sign, you can get to know that what that person means. So you can also communicate by signs, and those signs are known to be non-verbal. So you must understand these non-verbal signs of communication so that you apply them in your effective communication. Number 5 here talks about never estimate the impact of honesty. Never underestimate the impact of honesty. In communication, you must be honest. When you are communication, when you have a relationship or you are into a relationship that you are communicating with the person, you have to apply sense of honesty. When you are honest in your communication, you see that there will be easy and good channel flow of that communication between that relationship. So and another point here, we have always talk face to face. Sometimes face to face talking, you are together with the person, you are seeing the body language, how the body language is when the person is communicating with you. You are relating by you seeing you're with the person, you're facing each other, you are communicating to each other. By you seeing that fellow, you will see the body language. From that communication, you will be able to understand whether that person's really maybe wants what you want, or whether that communication will go effectively. So you need to, that is to say, face-to-face communication is better than maybe you want to communicate an important message, you want to send an important message, you begin to send text, or you send email, you know. But when you see the person face-to-face, you can detect whether that person really accept to what you are telling him or her in the communication aspect. So we have so many points, but I think because of our time, another one is understanding your own feeling. You must understand your feeling. Your emotional awareness is very important. You make sure that you put those factors in place when communicating, so that you can communicate effectively. And by all this today, we have learned so much. I've come to the conclusion that communication is very important in relationship, because without communication, I don't think any relationship can go forward. We must communicate to know our feelings and our mindset towards development of organization or organizational goal development, or we can communicate, to at least know that we are still existing. Because I used to say any relationship where there's no communication is as good as dead. A relationship where there's no communication is dead. It's completely dead. So if you are not communicating with someone, that is to say, maybe you are not in good terms. And for you to be a leader, you must want to be in good terms. So you must keep that communication going. And there's no any sign of leadership. Like our mama said, the African queen, he said in leadership, there's communication. In communication, it works, what powered the line of leadership to go effectively. So this evening, I will come to the conclusion of this program. Thank you very much for attending this program. My name is Joseph Odehson. I'm from Nigeria, an immigration officer here in Nigeria. I love what Mama is doing, our African Queen, Professor Dr. Lucas Ofolalu. That's why thank you very much. Hello, Mama, are you there?
I'm here. I want to quickly show you something, and then I can hand over for you to round up. Let me quickly see if I can show you quickly.
Okay, ma.
It's very important that we get this one. Let me see. Hold on a second. Please keep talking while I do it.
Okay. Yes, I believe we can. I believe you can. I really appreciate each and every one of us that attend this program today. Communication in relationship. That is to say, without any communication at all in relationship, a relationship cannot move forward. So I appreciate everyone today for joining this program. I'm most excited. I'm excited here for seeing you today, and I believe each and every one of us is blessed by the word of motivation, by the word of inspiration, by the word that comes from the people. There are some persons, before you get words like this, you pay higher to get it, but here we are getting it for free. I never take it for granted. I appreciate all of you, and I pray for you this day that God will show you love, God will show you mercy, God will bless you, Your pocket will never go dry. You shall excel. Anything you touch your hand, you shall excel. You shall do exploits. I really appreciate each and every one. I pray for you that God will change your story beyond imagination. God will use you as a tools to life, to save life. And I pray that God will help us to achieve all and grant all our heart desire. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray.
Amen. And let me just quickly show this. If I can show it, that would be great. If I can't show it, I'll just leave it till next time. Hold on a second. It's still part of this we are doing. It's just for me to give you the intro. It's just for me to just play this video so that we can move on. Okay, so let me go there. Hold on a second, and then I can hand over to you to finish up. Okay, this is what we've been doing today. And this is what we've been doing today. And I believe that we will continue. We appreciate all our speakers. And also, every one of them will be getting all their certificates, which I've been trying to. And I believe that I still need the names of more. So if you can send them to me, those participants, and then you can send all I will send you all the certificates so that you can share it with them. And then before we go, let me just quickly introduce us to...
Welcome to YYCI-YLEN International.
Is it
a home
Clara?
of discovery, development, and demonstration.
Okay.
A home of love, relationship, and family. A place of mastering mindset for transformation and building deeper relationship.
YYCI Blueprint is TIME for the youth leaders and young families. Transformation and training. Inspiration and impartation. Mentoring and motivation. Empowering and education.
YYCI-YLEN International Limited mission is to transform lives, relationships, professions and education, and to support the youth and women to change their mindset, their stories and their situations, and also to support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children. YYCI's mission is to engage the youth's mind positively and take positive actions, to help them to focus and not to be distracted, and to get better and let them know they have everything in them to be successful and fulfilling their purpose, and once they believe in themselves and focus on their development, they can also help others to get better, and that is why we established YYCI-YLEN International Limited mission is to transform lives, relationships, professions and education, and to support children, youth and women to change their mindset, their stories and their situations, and also to support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children. Our aim is to provide services of care, protection, participation, and rehabilitation of children and youth in difficult situations, and ensure their social adjustment, total growth and development. To advocate and support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children and partner with other organizations, orphanages, hospitals and institutions that support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children. To support and protect vulnerable children. To provide extra help underprivileged women. To ensure they are kept safe. To provide healthy food. To provide education. To provide child welfare services. To protect children from abuse, neglect. To enable children to remain safely in the premises provided. To be a good listener, good friend and truthful to the children and the youth.
Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is a dynamic and motivation speaker. She is based in the United Kingdom. She is the founder and director of YYCI-YLEN International. She has been invited to several international conferences to speak and lecture. She is an intelligent teacher, author, and she is a mentor to the younger generation. Please subscribe to YYCI TV on YouTube to watch her amazing videos. You will be glad you did.
This is just to let you know that there's nothing too difficult for you to do.
If we can change, then everything around us will change.
Without wisdom, you can't really create wealth. We are in the world of creativity.
Thank you, Queen Mother.
Relationships, they're the foundation of our lives. But let's face it, they can be tough. Conflict arises, emotions boil over, and maintaining a healthy connection becomes a challenge. But what if we told you there's a book that can change it all? Introducing Relationship Matters: How to Solve Conflict, Maintain and Keep Relationships, and Manage Emotions. This comprehensive guidebook, written by relationship experts, offers practical solutions to transform your relationships. Discover effective conflict resolution strategies that promote peaceful communication and understanding. Learn essential relationship maintenance techniques to nurture and cultivate strong connections with your loved ones. Dive into valuable emotion management strategies and regain control over your reactions. Relationship Matters has already helped countless individuals rejuvenate their relationships and find emotional well-being. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Get your copy of Relationship Matters today, available exclusively on Amazon.com. Change your relationships, change your life. Order Relationship Matters now.
Okay, are we done? Are we done, Queen Mother?
Yes, I'm handing over to you. This is, thank you so much for this opportunity to organize this great seminar for today. If you have any announcement, do you want to give any announcement from your end?
Actually, there's somebody that joined us. I saw her, but you know, I was just concentrating on my conversation. So her name is Peace. I don't know if she's there to say hi to the house. Peace Ogene Bawe. Peace, are you there, please?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
It's a pleasure being part of this meeting. I must say that I enjoyed every part of the conversation. However, I want to apologize for joining quite late. I had another meeting to attend before joining this one. It's been a pleasure learning from, those that have gone ahead of us. Thank you so very much. And from time to time, as much as I can, I would try as much as possible to always be part of what is happening. I'm also in Abuja with Joseph, so as much as I can, I would always be part of the meeting. Thank you so very much for the time. And thank you for the opportunity to say hi to the family.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Peace. Thank you for joining us today. Yes, you might apologize for lateness, but your presence, even with your little speech, has melted my heart. So thank you so much for joining us, despite all the connections. I also want to appreciate Ambassador Ilori, Rita, even the little that you have shared with us, despite the connection, we have received a lot, and we are blessed with your wisdom. I want to appreciate Princess Catherine. Thank you so much. My wonderful ambassador, good-looking Agnes, my wonderful, wonderful sister from Ghana. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. I also want to seize the opportunity. I wish I knew her name. This Sami 067560 is not her name, but I want to say appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to also say thank you so much for all our great leaders, our great speakers that have spoken earlier on. We appreciate you all. Let me quickly say something about our Ambassador Agnes. She is my right-hand sister from Ghana. She is the Children's Welfare Ambassador for YYCI in Ghana and Africa. She is also the founder of Y.Y.C.I and GASVA. We've met on the Facebook, the same Facebook platform, for almost 4 years, and we've been together. And I've seen a lot of transformation. Her organization started from Ghana, now it's expanded to Sierra Leone, Liberia, and other places. She's doing a great job. So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you for believing in us. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for believing in me to be your mentor. I appreciate it. So over to you, Ambassador Joseph. I hope I'll be seeing more of Princess Catherine. And my mom that is smiling to me. I'm frustrated not knowing her name. And also Ambassador Peace and Ambassador Ilori. I hope I'll be able to be seeing you more on this particular platform. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your love. Thank you. And we welcome you to Yes You Can International. Thank you so much. Keep smiling and keep shining. And
thank you.
yes, you can. Over to you, Ambassador.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Queen Mother, African Queen, Professor Dr. Afolalu Elizabeth Lucas. I really appreciate your kind gesture. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate for joining us, Princess let me see the name again, Princess Catherine. Yeah, Princess Catherine. I have a niece called Princess Catherine. The mother is Catherine. She's Princess. So when I even see the name, I thought it's my niece. So I appreciate you for joining us. I'm sorry that my face is not showing because of where I find myself at the moment.
We understand.
So,
can you do me a very good favor, please?
Okay.
Can you? I humbly request that you mention my sister's name on this platform, so that, and then please send me her name so that we can send the certificate to her.
Okay.
I'm sure she will be among the speakers. So
yes, we have Ambassador Mrs. Freddie Comfort.
Okay, Ambassador Freddie Comfort. She smiles to me, but I don't know her name.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you so much. We appreciate you all.
Thank you very much.
All right, we need to go now.
Yes,
it's
very much.
late.
God bless you.
Okay.
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And bye, ma.
Bye. Yes. Bye.
Bye, ma.
I'll be the one ending this program, so I'm waiting to be.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Oh, you want me to ask the regular question? Thank you, Princess Catherine. I want to see more of you. I'm sure you are in UK, so we need to contact each other more.
Yes, I'm in UK, and
Yeah.
it has been an absolute pleasure
Yeah.
and an honor to speak to you all tonight. And thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
I just came in
That's
as I
great.
usually do
That's
with
great.
with
That's
Queen Lucas. She's a beautiful sister to me. I love her desperately.
you.
Thank you so much. I love you all. And I'll definitely see you definitely soon.
Definitely.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you soon too.
Bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ambassador Rita, thank you.
All right.
Princess
Thank you, Mom. God bless
Catherine, thank
God bless you. Good night.
Okay.
you.
So I would like to end this program. Am I allowed to do that? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Princess Catherine. I love you so
You're
much.
welcome. I love you too.